Good morning, good morning, good morning. We got a lot to unpack today. All right. Hopefully, let's see. I don't look like it doesn't look like. Let's see. All right, come on, come on. All right. All right. Just checking. Just checking. All right. So we have a lot to unpack today. We have a lot that we're going to be talking about today. Last night, the NBA canceled the season. That's right. The NBA canceled the season. One of an NBA player has the coronavirus. So the NBA has canceled the season, losing billions upon billions of dollars. Billions upon billions of dollars. And we still have these yahoos, this is something that's really strange. Someone posted this on my Facebook page. I think Glendon wants the world economies to tank so Trump looks bad before the elections. I've been doing these live streams pretty regularly. How often have I brought up Trump? I've not even brought up Trump. I brought up real world economic impact, that the factories in China are closed, that OPEC and Russia are having this oil fight. I haven't mentioned Trump, but today I will be talking about Trump. I will be talking about Trump because Trump, see, there is this way of thinking that is Trump based, this American good old boy stupidity. Because I actually hit one of these guys. He's like, oh my God, they canceled NBA season. I said, you wouldn't be laughing if you were an NBA owner or NBA player losing millions of dollars. He's like, yeah, okay. This whole, this kind of goes back to my video, the ego. We have many people who are so up in their egos. It's like, because I think something is a certain way, therefore it is a certain way because I just simply think it. We don't need no rhyme, no reason. I just think it. I just assume it, and therefore it's fact. And Trump addressed the nation last night, and Trump had to eat a little crow because he was talking about, oh, this ain't no big thing. Once again, this good old boy, white American male stupidity. Well, it ain't really nothing to this coronavirus. They shut Italy down. China is shutting down. The NBA canceled the season. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson have the coronavirus. Two famous people now have the virus. And, we got all of these. It's just crazy what's going on. What's up, people? Hey, I've always been working remotely. Oh, well, one of the reasons that I'm bringing up Bitcoin is supposed to be this safe haven asset. Oops, it ain't. Bitcoin crashed just like the markets. The Dow is down. The stock market's down again. Let's see. The price of Bitcoin. Ooh, Bitcoin is currently $6,062. It's about to hit the $5,000 range. Hate me because I've been right about Bitcoin for the last 2 years. I said it was going to crash again, and people are like, put your money in Bitcoin, put your money in Bitcoin, put your money in Bitcoin. I'm like, all right. You be the idiot that loses your money in Bitcoin. Second NBA player caught the crypto virus. Second, not just the first. There are cases of virus in Jamaica. Last time I checked, Jamaica was nothing but black folks. Check me if I'm wrong. Thank you, Tracy. Garspita, man, they're idiots. Trump actually tried to stop allowing people into America. This wasn't people with the virus. This was non-white people. One vendor from the Houston rodeo I know will lose out on $300K this month. Robert George, how do you crypto guys believe that cryptocurrency is more fake than paper money? Yes, Tom Hanks has it, and so does his wife. Tina Lewis, is anyone losing money to the NBA shutdown? The owners are losing money. The stadiums are losing money. The TV broadcasting companies are losing money. The players are losing money. Heck yeah, people losing money. Because, I don't know how this works, because one of the reasons that these players make so much money is from broadcasting rights, because whoever broadcasts these NBA games, they have a contract with the NBA, and this is how they get a lot of money. Well, what's in these contracts if these games aren't played? I'm quite sure these companies, these broadcast companies, are not going to pay all of this money because they don't have the NBA games to run advertisements against. So a lot of people about to lose billions. Let me say this again. A lot of people are about to lose billions. And I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, thank God this didn't happen during football season. Because we could have had a situation where they wouldn't have had the Super Bowl if this had kicked off 2 months earlier. David Shell, Trump, I know, Trump had to eat some crow. Trump had to be responsible. Trump had to act like the president. He had to act like an adult. He had to actually come talk to America, and he still kind of clowned a little bit. What's up, people? Yeah, Bitcoin is crashing hard. 3 players. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing the name is. Ridley, there's a bunch of indigenous Asians in Jamaica. Dante J, yes, everything is still available at Hustlers Kung Fu and B School for hustlers. Be real. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Bitcoin. I made my money and got out. Plus all the money lost from canceling Southwest by Southwest. $1 trillion losses everywhere. Killer B. Oh, once again, see, this is where we're into recession territory. Let's just do it by the numbers. First of all, China has shut down many of its factories. So much that literally from space, they can see the air in China clearing up. Because one of the reasons that China is the world's manufacturing engine is China doesn't care about its environment. We'll trash our environment to get this coin. So that's a huge issue. The reduction in oil pricing per barrel because OPEC and Russia are fighting. Italy closing, it hurts Italy more than it hurts the general economic climate of the world. But if this a factor, and now we're in the position because however long the NBA, because they canceled the season until further notice. So let's think about all of these people who work at the arenas, the concession people, the janitors, the parking lot attendants, all these folks, they don't have no job now. They have no job. These folks are going to have problems paying their bills. So, and colleges are starting to close, and conferences across the country are being canceled left and right. As someone said in the comments, $1 trillion losses. The economy is about to lose a lot of money. Stock market. Let's see what the stock market's doing right now. Because Bitcoin, let's see. Bitcoin went up $50 just that quick. Well, Stark's plunge as Trump's travel bans adds to distress. Stock market clowning hard. Chris Moon, what are some of the upside of this? The upside is if you have an internet-based business, you're going to keep going. That's the upside. If you have a service-based business or a business that's dependent on a bunch of people getting together, conferences and stuff, you about to take some L's on the chin. I know God is Noel. I know. I mean, Goddess, yeah, he had to be an adult in the room last night, Goddess. Frozen creative mortgage rates are crashing. The National Hockey League will probably be next. Well, once again, Trump is going to do everything he can to keep this economy because literally the economy is starting to melt down. Now, 20 months ago, I was doing these recession talks and talking about things that you should be doing to get ready. Just go to the front of the channel and on the video, put in recession talks or recession, and all these videos will come up and stuff that you should be doing because we are here. We're going to have a recession. I don't care what all these good old white boys and hey, Greg Murray, you little bitch ass. I don't care what all y'all think because see, the white supremacy mindset that y'all have ain't gonna save you from the virus. It ain't gonna save your Bitcoin from crashing. It's not gonna save your stocks from crashing. And if you have a business that's based on an old school model of people coming in, you could be in trouble. Because right now, there's a whole bunch of people on my Facebook talking about it'll blow over in a month or two. The country of Italy has closed. This ain't never happened before. The country is closed, man. The whole country has closed down. The next UFC fight has been canceled. Thomas Dixon, you've been preaching. Get that war chest stack since 2018. Now, folks, brooking shell shock. All right, Dave Thomas, bet against the market. Be real. Trump has proposed to cut payroll taxes to the end of the year so that people were able to spend money during the coronavirus crisis and the economy won't lose so much money. Um, it's going to be interesting. Goddess, no, it doesn't. All right, Polly Rogerson. John Keefe, hope my indoor flea rocket's looking open this weekend. Power to achieve. They closed a bank across the street due to a seller who had the. Wow. I haven't heard about that. That's crazy. Refinancing homes is an 11-year high because money's so cheap right now. They're flooding the market with money. Kevin Davis, there's a group of people who are in position to get this money, and there's a group of people in America who are so far from the money, it ain't funny. They're not even close to being in a position to get this money. All right, Tammy, that was interesting. The next last time it was like this was during the Black Plague. The Spanish flu, it was like this. Searching for profits. Doctors in Italy are just deciding who lives or dies. Pretty much. That I posted that on my Facebook page. Saddest news is the EU travel ban. All right, Tammy, keep donating and keep making these seductive comments. Power achieve. I load up on food and stuff already. Well, I mean, this is real. And I am amazed that these people who claim to have high intellect are laughing because there's discussions on my Facebook page and it's like it's gonna blow over in a month or two. No, it ain't. See, here's the thing: as this thing keeps going, more and more people are going to be economically impacted. This is where things start because China is losing money, Italy is losing money. Everybody that's affiliated with the NBA, broadcasting companies, arenas, concession people, they're all about to lose some money. And we talking about a lot of people losing a lot of money. The recession, all of the ingredients, the secret ingredients that you need for this, they're in play. I'm going to call it. We're having a recession this year. It's on. We're having a recession. And what's so funny is, and let's talk about Trump. Trump is like, I mean, Trump is the idiotic id of America. We have so many dumb, stupid people that you can show them facts. You can show these fools facts, and they're like, nah, they ain't true because I don't believe it's true. Where your belief trumps facts. It is crazy. Polly Robinson, yeah, that's been circulating around. Excalibur, a friend of mine, already got laid off. Kevin, this is the point I'm making. Because once these companies shut down, like let's go back to China, with all these companies in China that have literally shut down. A lot of those companies are not going to reopen. This is why. Due to the trade war that Tricky Trump started, Tricky Trump, like America first, America first. Yeah, we're going to stick it to the Chinese. He started this trade war. A lot of companies were already like rethinking their China position. They're like, hey, we need to do something else. So essentially, because of this coronavirus and the trade war, there are a lot of companies that were in China that are leaving and they're not going back. They're not going back to China. So a lot of these factories that are closed are not going to reopen. They're not going to reopen. You hear me? They ain't going to reopen. And I think the stock market is doing this up and down thing because we have a lot of people, everyone that has a personal finance channel that talks about stock markets, they're all saying, I'm staying in the market, I'm not rethinking, I'm not doing anything differently. So you got a group of people who are like, hey, get in the market, buy stocks, it's cheap, this first time, this could be once in a lifetime opportunity, go ahead and get this stock, buy it cheap. And a lot of people like, I don't know about this. So one day, a bunch of people buy stocks and the market goes up. Then the next day, a bunch of people are like, I don't know about this. And they sell their stocks and the market goes down. We're going to have a bigger drop to come. Because once the facts start to, because see, this is the thing. A lot don't care who tell it, but the truth is going to be real, whether the sun is shining or it's raining. And we're about to be hit with a bunch of fundamental truth, a bunch of real numbers. And once the layoffs start, once these companies that are losing money start laying off people, the game's going to be on. This is coming because you cannot have the NBA shutting down and all of these people that are affiliated with the NBA that were counting on these games to be played, was counting on this NBA money, and now this NBA money ain't gonna be there. We ain't got the money. We gotta let these people go. We gotta let these people go, man. You understand what's happening? And we still got folks yucking it up like it's gonna pass over in just a month, man. It ain't gonna be around. As soon as it warms up, we're looking at 10 to 12 more months of this. All right, Keltra. Toilet paper's going? Wow. As Calbra says, the start of a global depression. I mean, hey, it's on for real. Frozen creative. This is the kind of thing that what you read about in history books back at school. Never thought it would happen to us in this day and age. Just wow. All the talk shows on this morning have no audience. It's all co-workers in the stands. The emperor has no clothes. For real. Trump is naked. Rod for real estate. This is my big point. This is the beginning of something that could be much larger than we can imagine. That's my issue because at least Trump is listening to people now versus being, I'm going to tweet. This has been the problem with Trump. Trump has good people behind him, good people surrounding him. He just don't listen to him because I'm the president. I'm the king. Whatever I feel it should be, that's what it could be, except you can't really do that with a virus, bro. And he's starting to listen to his people. The World Health Organization called this a pandemic. And, he actually threw some shade at Europe, like, well, Europe did not take early action. I mean, Trump, he's such a little bitch. Timo, you can ignore reality, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. Amen. Amen. Donis, I haven't heard that. Be real. I watched G cash out of Bitcoin at the highest Bitcoin ever went. And I watched him say we're going to have a recession for months now. Lo and behold, both times he was right. Because this is, I'm gonna put this on my Facebook page. All y'all are coming at me, but once this thing is becomes what I say it is, I will understand why you won't have nothing to say and you're gonna run like the little scared bitches you are. Because that's what they do. They challenge me based upon false narratives, false beliefs, good old boy logic. And then when we get to the real, they don't have nothing to say. Because I had folks come for me about Bitcoin. I cashed my, you shouldn't have sold your Bitcoin, man. That's crazy. You exited your position. I'm like, damn, Skippy. I don't think it's ever going to get back to that level because it's been trying for 2 years and it's failed. Goddess. Well, he said everything from Trump, and then his people came back and said this was not going to impact goods. Rod for real estate. They closed most of the school districts here in Washington State from 4 to 6 weeks. No gathering larger than 250 people. I don't know, Stefan. Kevin, I mean, this is going to be rough because these people look like wait until the layoffs start to happen because you cannot have these companies like the stock market. This is the factor. This is people buying equities. So that really doesn't have anything to do with the day-to-day business of the stock market. But the factories in China closing, like Alibaba has warehouses here, but the problem is the stuff is still manufactured in China. Warehouses are going to start being empty. If this keeps on, you're going to have warehouses that are empty. What do empty warehouses mean? We don't need people to be working in the warehouse. Layoffs. This is the next stage because right now, everybody is freaking out. I mean, you know how dense Trump is. For Trump to act like God has said, Trump sounded almost presidential. He was very sober in his message. This is real. And you got folks over there like, well, this thing, and eventually we will get past this, but not before there's a lot of damage. Because when the NBA decided to shut down the season, and also, the impact this could, if this goes into fall, then this is going to hit football season next year. This is crazy. Queen of credit. Stocks aren't cheap. They're expensive because you will lose money. JW Prop is on G. They closed the rodeo in Houston, Texas, $300 million a year, loss of jobs. This is going on, man. Romero, the Dow Jones is down 2,100 points today. Oh, this is going to keep on, man. Everyone's like, well, it's back up. Chris Love, how does this affect the housing market? Right now, the housing market is being lifted up because of cheap mortgage rates. Mortgage rates, when I got my first house, I paid 11%. That sounds crazy to someone today, but the house wasn't, it was like $48,000. So, people would like be shocked at what mortgage rates used to be. Larry B, I really don't know a lot about the foreign exchange markets, but if I had to guess, and I would be guessing, then it's going to negatively impact these markets. Erica Chambers, they're thinking about canceling the NFL draft. Yep. So, what type of companies do you feel that will survive this recession? Internet companies. Loyal Determined, thanks for the $5 super chat. Johnny Hilson, MGM Resorts International has shut down all of the buffets in Vegas. I'm feeling it here in Vegas. You know, it would be interesting what they would do to the draft. I think they will cancel the live event, but I think they will still draft the players because you can still do that without having the people assemble. But then again, I don't know. I mean, this is crazy what's going on because, like, you know, let's look at Bitcoin again. Let's look at cryptocurrency market. The cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin falls past $6,000, leaving a cryptocurrency rout. Cryptocurrency markets update. Bitcoin tumbles to $7,300. That was 6 hours ago. It's lost $1,300 in 6 hours. No, why no one buys the dip? Like, look, let me just go ahead and give you the talk on Bitcoin. What's driving Bitcoin is people are hoping to make money faster than the debts and stuff they have. They're like, if I can buy Bitcoin for $1,000 and it goes up to 20,000 and sell it and I can pay all my bills. What's driving Bitcoin is like a lottery mindset, not real economic fundamentals. Man, Rod Smith, the drop shippers are about to be hurting. The name is just because the earthquake has stopped and the earth has stopped shaking doesn't mean that there is some serious structural damage underneath the surface. I mean, this because see, this is the thing. Right now, the earth is still shaking. We haven't even got to the point where this earthquake has stopped shaking. I mean, this is the craziest thing that's happening because I mean, we're seeing stuff that we've never seen before. The NBA canceling the season. The country of Italy closing down. And see, this thing is still ramping up. It's still ramping up. There's more to come. And you know, it's going to be April in what, almost 3 weeks. And then it'll be May, then it'll be June. But you know, one of the things that you guys have got to understand, and like I said, I started having these recession talks in 2018 because I had a feeling it was going to come. This couldn't go on forever. And right when I said it was happening, here we are. So what do? If you're in debt, you are in trouble. Let's just put it that way. Robert, you're absolutely right. In the 67, the team representatives were the only people in the room. Remember, the draft wasn't even televised. Man, Excalibur, I hope that doesn't happen. But it's about to get difficult. Chris, remember, Bitcoin has lost over 40% of its value in a few weeks. Like I said, I have been talking about Bitcoin. Don't buy it. Leave Bitcoin alone. You're better off starting a service business because unless you are an informed Bitcoin trader, because like, look, you know, I'll speak to the facts of it. If you're watching Bitcoin and on these swings, if you can move in and move out on these positions, buy it when it's low and then sell it when it pops up, you can make a lot of money. But you gotta have to be able, because one of the big issues that they had was, because I don't buy Bitcoin, so I don't know if they've solved this problem, but people were not able to exit their position quick enough. So by the time that the transaction went through, the price of Bitcoin went back up, so they couldn't make that sweet deal. I know Steve Jameson, pretty much Justin Henry. I know, man, because a lot of folks, I've been talking about this for months, because a lot of people's like, the stock market's at an all-time high. We have low unemployment. All it's going to take is a few more events to tip us into the recession. Aaron W., that's a good idea. Starting a disinfecting cleaning company. Be wise right now. Power to achieve. Yes, China acted really slowly. They didn't shut their borders. Be up 50 dude. If Tom Hanks and his wife Rita Wilson, they both have the coronavirus, hopefully they will recover, wishing them well. But if they die, because see, we live in a really strange culture. A homeless person that no one really knows about dies, no one really cares. It's like, oh, that's sad. But someone like Tom Hanks dies. Like, look what happened when Kobe helicopter crashed. I mean, people were crying and stuff. So Tom Hanks is a well-known, well-loved celebrity. If he passes because of this, you're absolutely right. People will freak out. People will freak out. And the fact that now we can put this coronavirus with a well-known, famous person, that makes it way more real than it was yesterday. And this is one of the things that Trump's dealing with, because Trump's like, I don't know if Trump even has it in himself to think of anything other than himself. Morris, so when do we buy back in? A good question. Thanks, Tammy, for the $10 super chat. But the thing is, if you're using the basic internet package for trading instead of the best like gigabyte internet, of course you would close your position slower. Well, this wasn't about just the internet. This was about the transactions were taking longer through the exchanges. Because, like I said, this was a problem early on. I don't know if it's still the case, because I'm not in that community. I don't buy Bitcoin, but one of the things is that because like I was tracking Bitcoin hard, because for a while, for about almost 8 months, it would be lower in the day if you bought it in the morning, and then if you sold it that evening, you could clear 1,000, 1,200 bucks per day if you could get in and out of the market quick enough. And that went on for months. So Bitcoin traders, they can make money, but if you just hold on for dear life, buy you some Bitcoin. Right now, there's some people who are kicking themselves because they didn't sell when I sold. I sold in 2017. I was like, you know what? I honestly thought I was going to leave $5,000 or $6,000 on the table, but I was like, this is a lesson that you guys should learn. And I'm going to tell you a little story. When I was in the storage auction business, I would also often get these, what the antique guide said this item should sell for type things. And I had this Fender guitar, and all the guys said that I should get $7,000 for this guitar. And I had a lady come in and offer me $6,500. And I was like, man, I can get that extra 700 bucks. So I told her no. 6 months later, I had someone come in and offer me $5,800 for the guitar. And I took it, because the longer that I held on to it, the more money I lost, because it could get damaged, you moving it around, having it in the warehouse. So I just took the money and ran. And that's one of the lessons that I learned over and over in the storage auction business, is when you have a certain, It's worth what someone is willing to pay you for at the moment. And this is the thinking that went into me selling my Bitcoin. I'm like, you know what? Sell. Just get out, just move on. Let this thing go. And it was one of the best decisions of my life. Michael, let's chill. It's not the end of the world. The Spanish flu wasn't the end of the world. It just killed 20% of the world's population. It killed one-fifth of the world's population. It wasn't the end of the world, but it just killed a lot of people. I don't know if this was done on purpose. B. Royal Fox, and the country never came out of the depression. People need to examine real world economics. There's a group of people who are still hurting. This is why van life is so popular. It's scary to me how relaxed people are about the virus. The CCP was relaxed at first. Look what happened. Same thing with Italy. Italy's about to sell off to China because of the Belt and the Road. Just my luck. I remember you said we'll have 2 years, we would have a recession. Sure did, man. Well, Patrick, people hope that happens. Power Chief, once they decide to put the vaccine out, Bitcoin will run. Really? Mike Lawson, the pricing hasn't been this low since May of last year. Now you buy back in. Now don't think of it as low. Dude, here's my philosophy on Bitcoin. A small service business is more valuable to you than buying some digital phantom currency. If you were to look, if you were to start a car wash, keep your job, you're not quitting your job, and you were to wash cars every Saturday, you give up every Saturday, and you made $500 every Saturday, that's $2,000 per month, that's $24,000 a year. That's going to serve you way better than buying Bitcoin. I've had all these people like, oh, buy in, buy in. The smart money's buying Bitcoin, short Bitcoin. Like, fool, I already make money. I don't need to buy Bitcoin. I already drive luxury cars. I already live in a multi-million dollar neighborhood. I don't need to do this stuff to get money because I already got money. I'm already up here. I don't need to do that stuff. And once again, when because this whole thing with Bitcoin, and I've been talking about this for 2 years, let that crap go. You didn't buy in. The best time to buy Bitcoin was 2010. 2011, 2012. Those were the best years, hands down, to buy Bitcoin. You missed it. It's over. And now it's like, oh, it's down to $6,000. Now let's buy some more Bitcoin. You're not even getting the whole Bitcoin. You're getting a fraction of a Bitcoin. You can't even get a whole coin. Earn money from a business is better than investment income a million times over. Mike Lawson, I'm not buying gold either. God is no, well, so far kids seem to be immune from it. It's not, I don't think it's killed the kid yet. Hey, it's a black guy. I was looking up the stats for the Spanish flu, and black people in 1918, very few actually got sick due to segregation. Wow. At some point, real estate prices will stop skyrocketing. It could be, man. Mike Lawson, I will take my business and stack it against your Bitcoin any day. Let's see who's going to win that race. Kevin Davis, I mean, a lot of people ain't hearing you. They don't want to hear you because there was this group of people with the Bitcoin Nation that thought that they were ever going to form this sovereign currency, leaving the governments out and be able, the people ain't never going to win that game. Never going to win that game. False. It ain't. This isn't generated by the media. The media did not make all those factories in China close. The media did not close the country of Italy. The media did not make the NBA cancel their season. The media ain't that powerful because this has been the big argument. It's like, well, the media is telling me I should be scared, and this is just ignorant people. The media is giving you facts of what's going on, and you should take those facts in and govern your life accordingly. Real estate's been in a slow pullback for a few months now. Patrick, this means credit card companies will. This is already happening on Ask Sebi, the credit card channel. A lot of Discover, American Express, and Chase are canceling people's credit accounts or lowering their limits. Already happening. NHL just canceled the season now. See, I knew that was coming. If the power goes out, you can kiss crypto accessibility goodbye. Wow, that's happening in New York. I mean, this is one of the things that's going on, man. Mike Lawson, like you crypto bulls. Tell me, why are you so bullish on crypto and how much money, real money that you could put in your pocket and spend have you made from crypto? Because see, a lot of you crypto guys, like I remember this one fool, we don't even talk anymore. He was saying all this other stuff and he insulted me and everything. And he was like, crypto's gonna be 30 and it's gonna be 40,000. And I said, no, it ain't. And it never got there. It never got there. And you know, for a while there was people dueling on my Facebook page, and I was making these predictions that they came true one after another. All they stop all commenting. Because see, this is one of the things about you crypto people. When I'm right, none of you ever come back like, man, you were right. Y'all always like, oh, you wrong, Glenda. Because I need to believe in my crypto. I need to believe in it. I need to believe in it. I need my crypto to be doing X, Y, and Z. I need my crypto. I need my crypto. How come you can't give a brother his props for being right? I said Bitcoin was going to crash, and it crashed when I said it was going to crash. It's going to crash again. I keep saying that. I said a recession's coming. We're at the precipice of a recession right now. Said this 2 years ago. I was putting out the videos to get you guys ready, to get you guys to start paying off debt, to start stacking money, to get you a side hustle so you be good. Because here's the thing. During the recession, there is opportunity for those who are positioned to take advantage of the opportunity. Like next week, I'm starting a YouTube course. I guarantee you, I'm gonna make some money from that because people are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I want to do a YouTube channel. I need to get me some extra money in here because see, you can have a YouTube channel and have as little as 30 subscribers and make an additional $1,500 to $2,000 per month, bro. I know a dude who's got like 160,000 subscribers and he's doing about $14,000 per month. Just YouTube AdSense revenue. He does more than that because he has products and services and other things. Because the layoffs are coming. What's the topic? The NBA canceled the season. Tom Hanks has corona, he and his wife. Trump advised the nation, and Bitcoin crashed. All the things that we're talking about. Because here's the thing, my good people, I want you to understand this, that if you're prepared, this recession ain't a scary thing. But if you're a person that has a lot of debt and you got more debt than you do income, ooh, this is going to be scary because mark my words, the layoffs are going to start happening because of these companies not being able to make money. And I think it's going to happen 3 months. I think Erica was talking about it's going to happen 6 months. You're going to start seeing store shelves empty. You're going to start to see disruptions in the supply chain. The longer China stays closed, the longer these factories keep closing down, you're going to see disruptions in the supply chain. Now, I'm 53 years old. I remember when we had the oil embargo and when people could only get gas on certain days. America's been through this. Are we going to get through this? Yeah, we're going to get through the coronavirus. We're going to get through all this. And we always do. But at what cost is going to happen while this is going down? Avery Price, let me just go ahead and say this. I know I've had this conversation with the blockchain, the system, and all this other stuff. What has Bitcoin done for you from a positive standpoint, money in your pocket? I answered your question. Please answer mine. Because whenever I ask one of these Bitcoin people this, they don't have no answers. They have no answers. Music Q Media, right. Jason Clutchy suspended not. They ain't playing the games. They still losing money. Suspended not canceled. What difference does that make? They ain't playing the games. They still losing billions of dollars. Well, parts of China are still shutting down because one of the things that happens is there, like I have a friend who has a company, he gets his products from China. His suppliers told him that their factories are going to be closed for the next 3 months. Next 3 months. So we will see how this goes. Because like I said, if they keep these factories keep closing and they don't start ramping back up the capacity, and once again, as I said at the beginning of this, there are many of these factories that are not going to reopen. All right, short change, got your money up. That's a very interesting thing because right now, people like the airline industry is taking a big L right now. Um, Someone, not a friend of mine, it was like said that their sister was on the flight and she took a picture because there was only 5 people on this flight. I'm curious because I may go to Hartsville and just see what it looks like. I may do that. Um, well, Roger Hayes, this is one of the things from the Spanish flu to every epidemic that we've had, we have learned lessons. And one of the reasons that the death toll is so low is because people are taking action. If these things that weren't taking action, if people weren't doing containment measures, the death toll would be much higher. We have learned from previous pandemics and epidemics things to do. And this is why the NBA is shutting down the season because they know that, because essentially it doesn't seem to be killing kids, but the population that's most in danger is elderly or people who are already sick with something because they get it and then it just takes them out. So we have a lot of people in that situation. So all of these measures and doing these things and shutting down these events and canceling these events is a preventive measure to keep the death rate down. If they didn't do these things, the death rate would be higher. If people were like, well, it's just going to pass over in a month, you know, and thank God the death rate's low. I don't want to see people die. I don't want to catch this crap. I don't want to have it. I'm at work right now. The airport flights are empty. Tickets for 56 round trip to New York last night at Bush Airport. Good Lord. Prior to the chief, I canceled my summer trip. I mean, once again, we're in a situation where this thing can turn very nasty because, once again, from an economic standpoint, China is the manufacturing sector for much of the world, and it's shut down. So this is going to create breaking news. The conference tourneys are canceled. It's March Madness, the Final Four, all that stuff. They're shutting that down. Millions and millions of dollars lost, gone like that. At some point, you can't take these $1 billion and $1 million losses and it's not going to have an impact. You can, at some point, it's going to have an impact. It's like you go to work and you lose your job. At some point, you're gonna have a problem paying your bills, bruh. At some point, this is going to catch up with people. NBA canceling tournaments, and we're going to see more cancellation of events. Concerts are going to be canceled, and this is going to leave a lot of people with low income jobs ass out. So I mean, this is this is some strange, like someone said earlier. This is like something you read about in the history books, and you just can't imagine it happening now. But it is happening. UFC canceled fights. The Big East tournament still going on right now. Well, we will see, because see, a lot of people are not going out. People are not traveling. People are canceling their flights. People are not going on these vacations. This very much reminds me of 9/11 and how cheap flights got after 9/11. Cheap flights got cheap, hotels were cheap, rental cars were cheap. All right, right now, let's see. Um, let's do this. Atlanta to London flight. Whoa! Atlanta to London, $467. $693. 886. I did this a few days ago. The price is almost 40 to 50% less. I mean, it's crazy what's going on right now. Rod, for real estate, this is one thing a lot of people don't understand. So, we got the NBA canceling the season. Bitcoin, let's see, is Bitcoin still crashing? Because I love to hate on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is now $6,000.39. $6,039. It's going to hit $5,000 again today. And if Bitcoin crashes to 2,500, I am going to clown on Facebook, because, one of the things you got to understand, and this is something that I'm going to be talking about on Savage Finance. So y'all be sure to subscribe. Let me just go ahead. All right. I'm going to be talking about investing versus starting a small business or a side hustle. And investing is a long-term game. Even if you manage to do financial independence, retire early, we're still talking about 10 years. Whereas literally you could become a multi-millionaire in 10 years of starting your own business. And I keep doing the math. Like, I'm gonna do a video on Savage Finance talking about, if you have a $200,000 house versus a dividend in portfolio that's worth 200,000. The $200,000 house that's paid for, because the dividend portfolio must have $200,000 in there, is going to get you $11,000 to $12,000 a year more money, and it's the same money that's working for you. It's the same money. The math's just way different. So there's a whole bunch of things. Roger Hayes, that's funny. Be real. We just attended a live stream funeral service because of this. Wow. Butte Wing people don't talk about active income enough. Pretty much. Barter that. So just bought some more Bitcoin today. I actually talked about traders. The traders of Bitcoin are doing fine. The folks who are holding on for dear life, man, pretty much. Congress shutting down the U.S. Capitol through the end of the month. Good Lord. It's all kinds of stuff that's going on. Like I said, this thing is real. And I got all of these. And let me just go ahead and say, they're white males who are like in this yuck land. Because, I put up last night that the NBA canceled the season. And it was like, oh my God. One of the things is that I really hate about a lot of pompous, ignorant white males is everything's a joke, and it's like LOL. And if they had to use critical thought, their heads would literally explode, because they're just dumb. They're just dumb. because they believe how they feel is greater than facts. So it's going to be very interesting what's happening. It's very interesting what's happening because we got all of this stuff that's going on, and people are not ready. Hold on a second. All right. We're back to cooking with gas. You know, the mega churches could be, but watch online gaming explode. Like the big ticket is everything online is about to explode. Virtual conferences is going to take off because people, I mean, this is really a lot of scary stuff. This really is. Be sure to subscribe. Savage Finance got a super video that's burning up. So be sure because I'm going to be talking about a lot of these concepts and stuff on there. And also, um, new things are coming. But, this is today's conversation. The NBA canceled their season. Italy is closed. Crypto, Bitcoin's crashing. Trump, this has made Trump act right. I want you to think about this. Trump is a clown. And this has made Trump like, well, I got to act right. I got to act right. It's very interesting. So, with that, I will see you guys later.